It's absolutely had a direct impact. I can't tell you the exact transaction, but I know there have been folks who specifically said, hey, I looked you up on BBB, and paraphrasing, they like what they saw. And I knew that. So it goes back to the digital world. Like, you don't go to a restaurant or you don't go to a new store or anything without checking out the reviews. Google reviews or Facebook reviews. Either way, they need reviews, because that is someone giving their credibility and their experience out there to the world, saying, hey, look, I vouch for this company. And so we realized that from the BBB standpoint, because y'all have a great brand and a lot of reach. We're like, well, fine. Like, if we're going to pop up in search results and BBB is going to pop up there, I want there to be a 5-star.
Well, for both Jose and I, our names mean a lot. So for us, credibility means everything. So having certifications like this one, now representing a business and being part of chambers of commerce, or being part of, a certified company in the eyes of the government and immigration and the Department of Labor, means a lot. So the BBB is definitely a great certification that we value a lot. Of course, it gives us great exposure like this, but having that and making sure that we have that seal in all our websites and documents, it helps us to build that credibility that unfortunately there's a lot of bad guys out there and a lot of fraud, and with us, that's the first thing. Every time we go and meet any companies, they're like, this is too good to be true, guys. Well, it is, but we work a lot with it, and it's not going to be an overnight solution. It takes years of building this. So again, having this certification has helped us a lot in building that credibility. So we're very thankful for it.
It's extremely important to us. So we're very fortunate that about 10 years ago, we really leaned hard into the digital space when it came to marketing. We shifted all of our traditional marketing spend to digital spend. And so think about it. If I'm an accredited member of the BBB, I've already got the stamp of approval, if you will. When someone is online looking for a furniture vendor, they find us, they see our BBB accredited status, that automatically gives us power and influence over someone that's not accredited. And so if you combine this digital presence online, which we really focus on, plus this BBB accreditation, that together creates a lot more separation from us and our competitors. So it's really helped us. What we see is a future trend. So for us, we look at BBB accreditation as just adding steroids to our online presence. So when someone finds us, then they see that BBB accreditation, we're way ahead of the game at that point. So that's our focus moving forward.
We know that the BBB, if they're a member and they have a good rating, that helps a lot in making the decision to go with that company. If you just call up a company and you don't have a lot of information on them, or you look at the BBB and see that their website's not as good or is in good standing, you sort of want to pull away from those, because there is a lot of companies out there that aren't, very trustworthy, and you want that information up front.
Well, I tell you what, being an accredited member of the Better Business Bureau is absolutely, we believe, is so valuable in so many ways, but particularly for a prospective customer, because we're totally transparent, right? And it allows a prospective customer to examine our track record and just, if there's anything there that someone, we haven't done right by, it's going to show up in that rating. And so that's a key thing for us, because it allows us to be totally transparent. So from that standpoint, we feel that we allow folks to really see who we are, and that it reassures them too that we conduct business in an ethical and fair manner.
Well, I think the Better Business Bureau, it definitely brings credibility in all three areas. And that was when they contacted me a couple of years ago, I was ecstatic. I was like, yeah, sure, I would love to join. Especially in the construction and remodeling industry, there's such a a bad rap. And there's bad stories. There's, you know, there are true stories about people, contractors bailing on customers. But I think that's where the Better Business Bureau comes in. You can go out and take a look, and that, if you don't know what type of contractor you're going to use, how do you find somebody? If you don't have a referral from somebody, they give that list, and they can find somebody that's credible. It just shows your customer that you know what's going on, and you're going to get it right for them.
So our expertise is, we're all certified USA foam installers here. We're all bonded and insured, and this is our motto, is what we sell is service, and what we expect is 100% customer satisfaction. So that aligns with the Better Business Bureau. You know, when I grew up, you know, that blue sticker was on the window at the office, and it meant something, and it still means something to me. The contract that we sign and how we're expected to carry ourselves out in the business world is very important to me. And that blue sticker still today means a lot to me.
I believe that trust is the foundation to any relationship, whether it's a personal, whether it's a friendship, or whether it is a business relationship. If you don't have trust, then the dynamics between the parties will crumble, and it's going to be on uneven foundation. What I have found through the Better Business Bureau is that you do a lot of due diligence into the people that you give your seal to. So almost like Consumer Report and that ranking, people who view my site or go to the BBB site know that the individuals and the businesses that are being listed have met a certain criteria. And I think, especially in today's world, that's exceptionally important. And that's one way right off the bat that I can instill trust with my clients. You mentioned expertise and authoritativeness, and one that really stood out to me was that in light of the cybersecurity landscape, the BBB brought in a cybersecurity expert from the FBI's Houston office, and they have a great office in Houston. And I think just giving that lens and using your authoritativeness to bring in subject matter experts enriches all of us.
For me, the BBB is about integrity, and I want to deal with people that have integrity. I want people that are willing to be held accountable. And when you look at the rules that we all have to follow at the BBB, it is, number one is working with integrity, and number two is if there's a problem, we're all going to sit down and we're going to hash it out, and somebody's going to be held accountable. The BBB allows you to be bold and honest and run your business the way businesses should be run. I want to deal with BBB members because they hold me accountable, and I want to be able to hold them accountable, and I want to trust them.
You know, the great thing about BBB is that it's basically standardizing the quality and the customer satisfaction requirement. We look at BBB as a guideline, because if they are accredited by the BBB, we know that they are pushing for product, they're pushing for quality, they're pushing for customer support. And getting accredited as a BBB business is not easy. There's a process, and you have to, push to or thrive to get positive reviews. And when I looked at a business that has a BBB seal, that means to me quality, that means customer satisfaction, and that means that I'm gonna be happy at the end of the process. And 9 out of 10, that's the case. And I know that businesses that go for a BBB accreditation, they're basically interested in having high quality standards and a positive customer experience.
Absolutely, man. Matt, I really do appreciate what you guys do. The BBB kind of separates the wannabes from the people who are actually doing business the right way. So I do appreciate you guys doing that. That makes my job easier when I compete with other companies. So I appreciate that, man.